Oh,
Good
God, I
now,
slept in.
revolutionaries, and welcome to the Rise Up Morning Show.
That's nice.
Today is Thursday, February 6th.
It's the 6th.
So, it's hard to believe it. Can you believe we're almost like, a 12th, a 10th? We're almost a 10th of the way through the year now that we've got like 1.5 months practically under our belt.
No,
wow.
I mean, yes, I can. It's been.
Let it be over.
It's been about that time. Let it be over. let it be over, and then 3 more on top.
Oh, that's why. Look at this too. We were just trashing my computer before the show, but like, I think I just broke my headphones. I got the little swivel edition going on.
Guys, Evan is literally falling apart before our very eyes.
Oh no, that's so sad. Well, before we went live, I was frantically telling Will to hold on and wait. I was rugging him from showing us what he was doing last night.
Yeah, sorry. I was also just trying to find. There's market things happening today.
Mute on
what?
TikTok.
Oh, I got him. Don't fret. I got it.
Oh, whoops.
You're good. I took care of it. Oh, don't. No.
Now I'm back. I want to echo.
He's good.
I was like, what are you talking about? You guys can hear me. And people are like, we hear too much.
Okay, so Will's got a lot of news then. We got market things to talk about. Do you want to talk about business things first, or do you want to talk about fun things first?
I don't have the business things up right now. Wait a second. Yes, I do. Today is Thursday. Thursday. Right. Oh, yeah, right. Thursday we get jobless claims like we do every single week. Duh, obviously. And then that was it. The earnings report from Amazon is today. That's a big thing for the market. It's also a big thing for crypto because tech stocks are the stock market. And if the stock market is sad, well, Bitcoin will get sad. And then Friday, consumer sentiment, non-farm payrolls report. Okay, that's it. I just had to refresh myself because I was like, there's something I wanted to look for today, and it was the Amazon earnings report. But now to fun stuff. Put out a video last night, like midnight. Hell yeah. At like midnight, and I was opening up the Pudgy Penguins trading card game sets. And I opened up about half of a booster box, about 2. They're about $144 a booster box, which is expensive for a booster box, even if it's Pokemon. But, I started opening them up, and I got 2 of the rare cards. I'll put them up to the big live, and then I'll put them to the TikTok. But, see. Oh, can I get it to refocus? Yeah, see, just cute little penguins, cute little penguins right here. And then that's one of the ultra rares or whatever they're called. And then we have Luca saves. Oh, come on, focus camera. Luca saves the penguins as he came in and saved their NFT project. And they're just cute. And then I just got a couple other ones that were just my personal favorites from the set. The first, which here is the purple wizard penguin.
Oh, I like that one.
I thought you might. This one's very Evan.
Yeah.
Very Evan penguin right there. And then the other one, this one was my favorite. I just find this to be a very pretty card. I think it's like a step up from a common. I just thought this penguin is super, super cute. I love the card. I'm also a sucker for cherry blossoms, so it makes me think of cherry blossoms.
Oh, I love cherry blossoms too. They make me think of Kimberly.
Aww.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's it. Yeah. And so I still have an extra 1.5 booster boxes to go through. And none of the cards are particularly valuable, but some of the ultra rares are going on eBay for like $75. But there are also holographics in the set, but all the holographics I opened up so far in that first half of the box were all commons, but they're still cool. Let me see. I can grab one real quick.
And these are, of course, still finding their price in the market. We're talking about Pudgy Penguins Collectibles, the trading card edition. It's something we've kind of been waiting for to get our hands on, see, and I don't know. Do we have any projections for
what the card prices?
I mean, gonna be someday. I don't know, like compared to other successful. I mean, I know Alex has probably the the stat by stat, play by play on every Magic card that's ever existed and how it's expected to appreciate over time. But I don't know. It's just curious. I don't know if 75 seems high or low.
No, I mean it's definitely high out the gate. So as you can see, the holographic is not as eye-catching. It's not like it's a foil for like a Pokemon card, but it just has a nice little subtle little effect there. I honestly think they could have done a little bit of a better job with the holographic side of things, but it is definitely different from the market. And I like this guy. He was my favorite holo because he has a mustache.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, he's a cute little guy. Still just a comment. There are a couple cards I want as holos, and if I don't get them in these booster boxes, I'll probably just keep an eye out for them on eBay and probably just buy that one.
Mm-hmm. We have an interesting question over here on TikTok that says, would you guys be interested in mining crypto while streaming? And I don't know about you guys, but my answer would be, it depends. Like, I am so excited this weekend to get Abstract configured with StreamYard so that we can be live on their new streaming platform. We're talking about Pudgy Penguins collectibles, so we should be streaming on Abstract. But also, like, if somebody had like now you can mine Pi tokens while you stream, I would be like, sorry, it's a no from me, dog. And then I would say, and I would run away because it would be really terrible.
For me, I don't care to, because the only crypto I'd care to mine would be Bitcoin, and I would need to fill this entire room with Bitcoin mining, like ASIC mining machines.
Yeah.
To have a shot at ever making any money off of it.
Frankie says it's a Solana, and I can't tell if he's being like Mario about it. It's a Solana, or because Solana's proof of stake, or if it's like a token on Solana that we can acquire while we stream, which honestly, that would be cool. That sounds like, is it a competitor to our friends at Drip House or something like that? A stream to earn type token? Are we early?
God damn it. I should have bought one of these penguin NFTs.
Or the real one? You mean the real ones?
Dude, yeah, the penguin NFTs. Dude, I remember when they came when the Pudgy Penguins came out. I was like, ooh, that was cool. Because at the time I was buying NFTs. I bought Mune Ape Yacht Club. I spent something like several tens of thousands of dollars on other stuff. And then I saw Pudgy Penguins come out, and I was just kind of like at the point where I was like, I don't want to spend any more on NFTs, but like, I love these penguins. Because as I said in my video, I used to make comic books, like those composition books, those like black and white composition books that you had in like high school or middle school and stuff. You could take notes in. I would fill from front to back and make comic books about like penguins' adventures. And the main character's name was Bob. And he had a little hat, a scarf, and a mitten. And I would like fill and make these comic books to another one of my friends. So I was like, oh, I saw these Pudgy Penguins, and it was like really tugging at my heartstrings. I was like, I should buy one. I was like, no, I've already lost tens and tens of thousands of dollars on NFTs. So maybe I'm done. Lo and behold, that's the one. I should have followed my heart. That's the one that would have made me money. Should have followed my heart.
That's okay. It's always easier in hindsight. Somebody asked, what is Abstract? Abstract is the chain launched by Igloo. It is a blockchain network where Igloo has partnered with a lot of different companies who are doing consumer apps. We had their marketing lead, Finn, on the show Rise Up After Dark 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks ago we had Finn on? Right before they launched, and you can find the recording of that on our YouTube page in the Rise Up After Dark playlist. It's a great conversation about exactly what Abstract is, what their mission is, their vision for consumer adoption, some of the products that they were going to launch with. And just to be totally clear, Abstract is a product of Igloo. Igloo is the parent company of the Pudgy Penguins. And so if you're interested in Pudgy Penguins, then, it's not something they really are leading with, that connection, but obviously it's a strong relationship in terms of another product they already have. So go check that out. And while you're at it, did you know you can watch past episodes of the Rise Up Morning Show on YouTube? They're organized in playlists like that. The Rise Up Morning Show, the Rise Up After Dark, if you ever miss one. And that's what I got to say about that. So mining Solana tokens, I don't know. If you're interested in the beta, I would sponsor you to try the streaming. Well, Frankie, I'm honored. Thank you very much. I'd love to learn more. Send it to riseup@facelesslabs.io or put it on the back of a Bitcoin and send it to the wallet address listed on our website. Thank you very much.
So did you guys see that Eric Trump tweeted about, I think it's a good time to get into Bitcoin now. It's just a copy of this. Like, I think it's a good time to get into Ethereum now. Yeah, he did that last night while we were on our nightly episode.
I saw somebody post that, and I thought maybe they were just being silly, but maybe that's his new meta now. Maybe tomorrow.
At least I thought. Like, wait, was it not real? I thought it was. I saw it being pushed around on Twitter a lot, but I don't.
I believe you completely.
I don't follow.
I meant to say when I saw the comment, I wasn't sure if it was truthful or not because it was, a comment in a live stream.
Yeah, no. I saw screenshots and retweets.
So, you think that's going to be his new meta? Is just pumping bags for World Liberty Financial?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Obviously.
Duh. Like, duh. What are you talking about? Is that his new meta? As if that's not like the play of every billionaire family to do, to pump their bags with power, influence, and money.
Yeah. He's just here to make money, man. Doesn't give a shit about anything else.
No.
Well,
I'm waiting for for the next crypto that's not as big as Bitcoin and ETH.
Yeah, right. Like, what's he could possibly get to tweet next? Hope you're buying.
Whoever does the deal, right? Whoever pays them $10 million and 10%.
Oh, correct. Yeah, that's right. Interesting. I don't know.
$10 million plus 10%.
Well, purchase $10 million of WLFI and pay them a 10% fee on top of it, and then they will buy your
10% fee. Jesus.
Yeah. So for $100,000, they'll buy your token.
100 grand. That's it. You too. Moist Mike, welcome. Justin, welcome. Christina, welcome. I wish I could pin Christina's tweet that says, "How are the markets treating you?" Feels like
your
a great
trading going?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know what he could possibly pick next, but surely it will have a price tag on it. If you don't know, one of the episodes that would be worth streaming is was it Tuesday or Monday that we went through Arkham and we looked through the World Liberty Financial Wallet? I think it was Monday morning. We tracked some of their activity. I think it was too, and we talked about
it was Monday because that was the day where everyone's like, World Liberty Financial is selling all their Ethereum. And we're like, I don't think so.
That's right. Yeah, they are not selling their Ethereum. They transferred it to Coinbase. They probably got a sweet deal on APY. And that's what I have to say about that.
Earnings from staking. Staking means taking a crypto and turning it into like a dividend stock. A dividend stock is something that gives you cash continuously for holding a stock. I just realized I was like financial term to financial term to financial term to financial term. Wait, keep going back. We're gonna get the plain old English eventually.
It was truly beautiful.
Yeah.
Mango says, guys, start running a coin or something. I would love to know for the audience, what is your opinion of the Hawk Tua token? If you don't know about it,
because we're gonna rug ya.
Tell me what your opinion is about the Trump token.
Well, I love Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua.
Evan, careful. Don't mix those brands with us. First thing out of your mouth shouldn't be Hawk Tua.
I just want to know sincerely what people think about tokens that have been launched by, Hawk Tua was obviously like an illegal rug pull. But what do you think about Hawk Tua? What do you think about Trump token? Did it improve or worsen your opinion of the president that he launched a meme token? I would sincerely like to know.
Worsen. Exclusively. I posted that video yesterday that was just like, hey, consider this possibility that there's no alt season. And a number of the comments were just like, yeah, Trump was the top. And
Trump was the top.
I mean, it pulled and diverted a tremendous amount of liquidity, pissed everybody off, and seriously hurt sentiment. And then we went from that into what I would call classic government announcements, which just are not moving at the speed of crypto. So people are disappointed, which, we could have seen coming. But I think the double whammy of the Trump-Melania right hook took the wind out of people's sails, and it's going to take a minute to get over that.
Yeah, I mean, the markets were going to market anyway. Like, things were just overextended.
Markets
market.
Absolutely.
Markets market, right? But Yeah, I mean, you can't not look at the Trump coin and go, oh, that was an influencer made pump and dump. I'm sure there'll still be bounces for it, though. Like, if you took a look at any of the political based meme coins during the election, they had their fluctuations with certain events and things that happened with the politicians, but it was always, a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event. You'll have your pumps of a Trump coin. There will be opportunities to trade it and make money off of it. It's definitely not something you like buy and hold and expect a return from, because it's the biggest influencer made meme coin. It's not something you should be throwing all of your money into.
All I'm saying is that influencer tokens all have the same chart.
And I'll show you if you're watching on TikTok. Hold tight.
Pick one. Pick any influencer token and look at the chart. And this is,
in case you're wondering, this is the chart for Trump, but
Correct.
Alex is really telling you the truth here. This could be, you name it. There's a big pump because everyone's excited to cash in on this person's reputation. And boy, do they cash in.
They cash in. You don't cash in.
Yeah, good point.
They cash in.
Yeah, so, still a thing. But I mean, like, what was the other one? Obviously was
Melania fell harder. But you could look at any number of them. Pick your favorite one.
What the hell is this?
I'm just pulling up some of our favorite influencer meme coins here. I just want to see.
Really?
Yeah, I am.
This,
I just want to see. Yeah, I was waiting for Alex to throw out the hee chart.
I just pulled up the hee chart.
What's it? Does it look that it's the same chart, isn't it?
It had its little. It's a better looking chart because
it's lived long enough to have its bounce, hasn't it?
Yeah, it had a bounce from September to October in 2024, and
But from here to here, it looks
highs.
exactly like the Trump chart, and this is not uncommon for a meme token. That it'll get low enough, and then somebody will rediscover it, and it'll have a little bitty kind of resurgence. It's kind of like Bitcoin's chart, but the opposite. Bitcoin has like these higher highs over time, and meme coins tend to have lower highs over time, especially influencer meme tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
They've just
The Hawk to a chart for comparison looks like well, Alex is bringing it up. Perfect. It's the same chart, but on a much smaller timeline because it was a rug pull. That big candle is where it went all the way up, and Alex is going to zoom in on it for us. Thank you very kindly.
Look at that. It's so bad. It's so bad.
All the way up and all the way down. It's like that roller coaster at Cedar Point that just is one big drop.
Look, there's this ruler tool. So here you go. Just casually 97.5% down. That's a pretty average. That's a pretty average chunk for influencer memes.
This is a gross misrepresentation of the facts.
90+%.
Yeah.
I don't care. I hate looking at these things. They're all such bullshit.
And that's just bullshit.
The reason that they're bullshit is not because they're memes. It's because they are very specifically driven memes run by influencers who have loyal followings that really like them. And those people just get absolutely washed by doing what they think is supporting the influencer that they really like by buying the token and then holding it and then continuing to buy dips because that influencer just like turns their entire personality and brand into shilling their own token. And everyone else who recognizes that memes are just a PvP arena are out here just milking that loyal audience for liquidity as long as they can until the influencer inevitably gives up. And it's only a matter of time because I'll tell you, it's exhausting. That's
Mr. Ripper.
They're just not going to keep going. I'm sorry. It's only a matter of time before every single one of them dumps to zero and they get given up on.
I can't even think of the names. I thought of Hee and then I was like other influencer meme coins, and I was like, I can't even think of them. They're just I've just erased them out of my brain. I was like,
Fat Cat. There's Bougie. There's Sage. There's so many.
Wait,
dude.
Bougie? Isn't that
Sage.
the one that like Crypto Grandma talks about?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like Boo
Solnick, there's
J.I.
another one.
Bougie. Is how
Just
she
all trash.
Oh yeah.
We've got just the comments have really showed up today. Hawk Tua looks pretty oversold at the moment. Great time to buy.
Good time to buy.
Yeah.
Godspeed,
and
Justin.
Godspeed.
Mr. Ripa said, "That's not a roller coaster. That's a tower of terror."
So you're telling me there's a chance?
You know,
Hey, you could take $100 and just put it on all of these coins. Set your leverage to 20x and see what happens.
Yep.
See what happens.
Just stupid.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
So that's
I'd like
the reason
to...
why we're not gonna probably launch a token tied to us. I am really sometimes Alex and I have a back and forth about this. We're all really bullish on the idea of doing crypto things for our audience, like allowing people to pay for stuff with crypto, or allowing people to collect things that are tokenized, like POAPs, or I'm going to send, once we discontinue the Rise Up Morning Show mug, I'm going to send everybody a non-fungible token who bought one. Spoiler alert.
When can
Exactly.
we get the new mug? I have wanted this new mug since I saw the design for it like 4 or 5 months ago.
Well, Will, funny you should ask. I am working hard before we go to East Denver to get us the mug, to get us onboarding your mom shirts. They probably won't be NFC style shirts, but I just want to get something. A sticker pack. We've got the website has been cleaned up just in time for people to. We've got a promotion going on. Funny you should ask. I just made it up yesterday. That anybody who signed, we're doing some changes. Changed up our website. Got all the courses loaded. We're going to be able to offer more courses and stuff soon, and we are. The price of our premium memberships is rising. Don't worry, you don't have to spend anything to watch the morning show, to come hang out in the Discord server. But if you want to accelerate your learning journey, we got a lot of cool stuff for you. You get all our PDF guides for free. You get discounts on every course and coaching. You get access to exclusive channels with all the most engaged members of our community, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, we're increasing the price in memberships, but we wanted to give people one last chance to get a membership before they go up in price.
Yeah,
and
if you get in now,
up,
you're grandfathered in.
You're grandfathered in, and you get entered into a drawing. I think we should give away a lot of sweatshirts, onboarding your family member or parent or whatever of choice to a couple of people. And then I also think we should give away some sticker packs featuring stickers of Will's head on a dolphin. And then I want to give away some of the mugs, and I'll give people their choice between the classic mug and the new mug. Premium Plus members get a free mug anyway, but I have decided I will discontinue this mug when the price change goes into effect. So this is the last chance to get the official mug of the official morning show of the Financial Revolution.
Well,
and you can sign up for a membership on patreon.com/the Rise Up Morning Show. Sorry, Will, I rug me and then rugged you.
Can I get a tiny little baby cup?
Oh, a tiny little baby cup.
A one of one?
I don't think they make a special cup that you can brand at our drop shipping partner. So we will work on it. We will work on it.
My heart.
Justin says, I never thought to ask, how old are you guys? And the answer, Justin, is as old as we feel, baby.
Don't come for me.
I am a little baby boy. Just wearing my Sunday trousers, going to Sunday school.
Guys, look at my headphones. I'm absolutely falling apart on this show.
I can't
You are
stop
falling apart
looking
on the
at
show.
how awful that is.
I've got some.
Okay, it looks like a style choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm rocking it, man.
Yeah, dude, you're very fashion forward.
Moist Mike asks, can you do a mug giveaway? I just can't afford it right now. I totally understand. Here's the rub, Moist Mike. I will do this just for you. If you sign up for a free trial, I will let you skirt into the drawing. And we might just give away a mug to somebody who's in the community. We do giveaways and stuff like that. So don't fret, don't sweat. If you miss the chance, you'll get another one to win a mug. Okay, I'm not watching the comments very well. I'm so sorry.
Okay, don't worry about it. I got it. I was gonna say though, Will, today we touched on it a little bit, but there's dataing today, right?
There's some dataing today. It's really the only thing to pay attention to is the Amazon earnings report, and then you have the weekly jobs report that comes out.
For some reason, I thought there was something else. But maybe
I thought there was something else too, but I didn't see it. So that's it. If you're thinking of something else on Friday, we get, oh God, what was it? It's payrolls information on Friday, but that's it. And then consumer sentiment.
Gotcha.
Got it.
So
that's it. So like from that standpoint, not too much extra data for this week.
No data, just vibes. Alex, are you about to say something?
Speaking of vibes, no.
Uh-oh.
I was just gonna say there's obviously a tremendous amount of comments about alt season, when, if, yes, no. So I thought we could thought experiment a little bit, just because obviously we have no idea when or if or what, as far as altcoins are concerned, are going to be the season. But there was some interesting back and forth in the comments on that video I put up yesterday. Just like, one of the things that I said, for example, which is not a unique take to me. Plenty of people have pointed this out. I didn't come up with this. But crypto is like super diluted right now, in that every now and then I hear comments from people that are just like, crypto or altcoins couldn't possibly run. There's like 10,000 different cryptocurrencies. And I'm like, no. There might have been 10,000 created since this morning, but
yeah, there are millions.
There are tens of millions. And of course, 99.999% of them are already dead. So, it's not like anyone is really paying attention to the overwhelming.
Yeah, it's not like money's flowing through all of those millions of coins. It's like money's flowing through, I don't know, 700? Just pick that number.
Something like that. Yeah, and then some random, anomalies and stuff. But it kind of just like points out that, for all of those, the community, the number of people paying attention to all this has not grown at that same rate. There's certainly more. There's certainly more every single year. But people are so spread out. Like if you think back to 2017, how many things were there that could pump? Not a ton.
Cardano.
Back to 2021, how many were there?
Pretty much
more than 2017, but not a ton. And
Cardano wasn't even here in 2017. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so right now people are super spread out, and so many people are underwater, right? I mean, how many of those cryptocurrencies are spiked, got buyers, and crashed, and are now done? They will never come back. And I think there's just like a lot of people kind of holding on to that. And when they say altcoin season, they're not imagining, I think, like this traditionally
the reality of what will be.
Bitcoin runs, cools off. ETH runs, cools off. Other stuff runs, cools off. Typically, like back in 2021, it was like ETH runs, cools off. Other big alts run, cool off. Microcaps run, cool off. Bear market. I don't know. And, I know it's a little cringe to say like, it's different this time, because we say that every year and it rarely is. But if we just look at like, what's changed this time, there was way more focus on memes because they're fun. And that's what people wanted the attention in. And the rest of the things didn't move fast enough to keep short attention spans. Bitcoin's been just absolutely crushing out of, it's changed.
What you should do is, if you want to see how badly it has been just destroying every other cryptocurrency in the market, go and pull up the Bitcoin dominance chart. Actually, I'll do it.
Pull up the Bitcoin dominance chart.
It's low 60s right now.
Yes, correct.
And for people who don't know, Bitcoin dominance is just a measure of its market cap, right, Will?
Yeah.
No. Yes, it is. But I wouldn't think about it as market cap. I wouldn't start with that explaining it that way.
How would you start?
I would say Bitcoin dominance is a representation of how much of the total money supply that is in crypto is dominated by Bitcoin. That's simply. I wouldn't even bring market cap into it. Don't take. Yeah, I was just take as many of the financial words and just throw it out of the system, right? If you're explaining to somebody, then the question becomes, well, what's market cap, right?
I love it.
So it's just all the money that's in crypto, how much of it is dominated by Bitcoin dominance. Let me share my screen real quick. Actually, let me clean this up a little bit, because I have a million lines on my charts that some of you guys don't see. And if I showed it to you, well, you'd probably throw
I would
up.
cry.
Yeah.
don't come for me.
And
Come for
sharing.
When technical analysis wants to look more official than it really is, you just have to put more squiggles on the charts.
Yeah.
If I know anything,
Exactly.
the more squiggles, the more likely I am to be confused.
If you saw my first intro educational video on like demystifying, putting normal layman's terms to things, I was like, avoid a chart that looks like this, and it was just like a smorgasbord of like spaghetti. And also avoid a chart that looks like this, and it's just a picture of a dinosaur like being drawn. And I was like, something in the middle. But yeah, so this is Bitcoin dominance. So if you're new to this, if Bitcoin dominance is going up, as it is here, Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. When Bitcoin's dominance is going down, altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. And this is the monthly time frame for Bitcoin. And from this point here, this is, so for the past 29 months, Bitcoin has just been kicking altcoins' asses with maybe 1 or 2 month stretches here where, you know, altcoins get an opportunity. So 29 months, what is that? 2 years, 2.5 years almost, or no, 2 years, 3 months.
Almost 2.5.
I can't do the math. Yeah, almost 2.5 years. You would have been better off if you're dollar cost averaging just continuously into a coin. Unless it was like a Solana, you were better off just buying Bitcoin.
I think though that it's worth pointing out how something could decouple from this trend, because the Bitcoin dominance dropping and altcoins running is 2 parts for me. It's psychological, because when people see Bitcoin dominance drop, they feel more confident to put money into altcoins, because historically that has been the precursor to altcoins running. But then also, traditionally, right, the reason that that's a trend is because there was not enough money to support both things at the same time. So money needed to leave Bitcoin to go into altcoins. But in a world where Bitcoin dominance goes to 70%, it's still possible that like an ETF for an altcoin gets filed and a bunch of brand new money decides it's going to go there before it goes anywhere else. And it doesn't need to enter Bitcoin first. So, but that's kind of what I mean when I say, something decouple, because that's not altcoin season to me. That's like, hey, Ethereum's going to run, or hey, Solana's going to run, or hey, maybe Avalanche gets a bunch of gamers to onboard and Avalanche runs, or something like that.
Yeah. Also,
but not widespread.
Something else that is a valuable tool for people to use, because as you're playing in the crypto market, it's if you're playing the long-term game, it's really just Bitcoin. You can play with your Ethereum and your Solana. You can try to play with a few others also if you like, but long-term Bitcoin wins in the market. However, something that is interesting to see is if you're going to play in the crypto space and you're going to play more short-term, more monthly timeframes, you want to find things that are going to do better than Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is the standard go-to for everybody from a long-term standpoint, you want to try to, if you're going to beat the market, aka beat Bitcoin, you have to be able to pull up a chart and start to analyze a cryptocurrency's price, not termed in dollars, but termed in Bitcoin. So I think this is a good educational opportunity to just show people like how easy it is to do that. I'm going to share my screen one more time.
Oh, Will, why are you doing this to me?
Because it's fun. Now,
It's the last show of the week, Evan.
It's the last show of the week. I'll wait till it's on the tiki-taki.
Oh my gosh. Listen. I'm trying to talk to people here. Okay.
Well, you're supposed to talk to me. Now, we're just going to change this chart. So we were talking about Solana all last night with Amy Street on. So let's just use Solana. Now, if I wanted to pull up its USD pairing, if you zoom in on the ticker, Evan, that I'm typing.
Boy, this is as zoomed as you're going to get, man.
Oh, man. Oh, geez. Okay,
Just
instead of typing SOL USD, we'll type in... there we go. Instead of typing in Solana USD, we'll type in Solana BTC. And so this is going to show us how Solana has performed against Bitcoin. And as you can see, it's in a very strong chunk of really consolidation. It's like really holding its value. And this is another, and you're like, oh, hey, cool. Like, look how strong Solana is. It's won, it's whole, and it's held its value. Most altcoins do not do that. And you can also see, you can read the chart here, just like you did with the previous chart, where it's like, oh, hey, Solana on the monthly time frame is in oversold territory now for the Solana Bitcoin pairing. Buying Solana now over the next couple months could give me really great returns against Bitcoin. So if you're like me and you think I want to buy altcoins so that I can get money to improve my life in a faster way, but also to buy more Bitcoin, this is a really great chart to look at. And so this is something that Alex mentioned, where it's like you can find things that are still getting money in the space because they deserve it. Solana is one of those things that deserves it because they're building, they're improving, they're doing really good stuff. But if you pull up another coin, I don't know, what would be a good coin? Let's
one that's not doing so well. Let's pull up XRP.
Well, XRP has been doing great lately.
Lately on a longer time frame.
Ooh, never mind. So here's XRP against Bitcoin. Evan, if you can scroll over to show the last end of the price cycle, like the most recent. Yeah, there you go. Because that's the most interesting thing. The most interesting thing is, I know XRP has done really well over the past 2 months or so. But if you look at how well XRP has done against Bitcoin, it's still, when you zoom in, this is impressive, right? Obviously, there's going to be some gains here. You could have at 393%, it's down to about 245%. Right, great gains if you were in XRP over the past 3.5 months or so, right? Especially if you got in here, right? But when you zoom out, this is how most altcoins look against Bitcoin. It's not just specific to XRP, and we'll get a few more moments where you'll see larger green candles here. But even so, if you're looking at XRP, buying XRP here at the 55-month exponential moving average was a great opportunity to immediately improve your gains against Bitcoin. You could have sold some XRP, bought into Bitcoin. You would have had, an additional 23% Bitcoin than you would have if you just taken that money and immediately thrown it into Bitcoin, right? So if that's your goal, is to get more Bitcoin, you really want to be looking at these charts, right? And it's something that you can just easily do. So once again, just type in the crypto that you want, the ticker ADA Cardano, and then type in BTC as the pairing.
Yikes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Looking like the Trump chart. Yeah,
looking like the Trump chart. That's how altcoins look against Bitcoin in long-term timeframes, except for a handful of winners. And that's why you see me right now buying Bitcoin every single day. That's why you've seen Evan doing it for 1,100 days in a row. That's why you'll see me tweet every now and again or say something like, the best use case for altcoins, and I'm speaking with a broad term, is to buy more Bitcoin. You have others, Solana, you have your Ethereum, you have a number of others that do cool things, right? I think Morpho does cool stuff. Aave does cool stuff. Marinade does cool stuff. But again, it's not just the crypto, it's the solutions that they're offering too that are cool, right? I'm going to stop sharing.
There's a good thing to remember when you're looking at utility-based altcoins, that often this is one of the things that I would really like to see change, because I think especially American crypto companies have been kind of hand-tied into what they can offer utility-wise and then talk about. It's extremely hard to market any company that contains a cryptocurrency. So I'm hoping that gets a little easier. Because if you look at Aave, for example, nobody should be able to look at Aave as a company and have really a whole lot of gripes.
To be like, I don't like it. What?
Right? They're huge, they're growing, they're stable, and they're making money. They're doing,
and they have for a while in the crypto space.
And my money's on them for an Eric Trump tweet.
Yeah,
well,
they own it.
It's in the bag. Yep.
It's in the bag, man.
It's in the bag. We just gotta wait.
The interesting part is that when you buy Aave as the token, you're not really.
Guys, we're all a Ponzi scheme, and crypto is not regulated.
Fact check yourself, brother.
It's actually is regulated.
Lots of it is.
We would like some.
Lots of it is regulated. We'd like more. We'd like more clarity, but it is regulated.
Evan, here, I got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, we love skepticism, and we really welcome having a conversation with somebody who may or may not agree with us, because let's be clear, we're skeptics here too. But there's absolutely no need to spam the chat, because you may not know this, but it really just makes you look like somebody who's littering
Like a fucking
in other
idiot.
people's lawns. Like it's not helpful. And
You're being
we
too
are
polite,
sure that
Evan.
you're a cool person, so don't do something that makes you look uncool.
No, you're not. If
You
you're
know.
coming into someone's chat and repeatedly spamming comments, I
Well,
don't
they
think
may
you're a
not
cool
know that.
person.
They have a Gen X username, and this is TikTok where people have different rules, and I just want to be,
That
No,
was a
that-
Gen X.
that
not to say that our Gen X friends, we got a
YZ.
lot of Gen X friends in the audience who are hyper cool about TikTok norms.
Listen,
You know.
there, Evan, look at me. You know that whenever there's a multi-line comment with a bunch of rocket emojis, it is copy-pasted and someone's just spamming it. It's
This is
probably
a
not even
gross
a human being.
misrepresentation of the
There's
facts.
nothing cool about them.
I don't know,
But
man.
You want to know what is cool? This card that I got in my Pudgy Penguin set. Not
It is
sponsored.
cool.
I just think it's super, super pretty.
And I will also say that was a killer lesson, Will. Like you fact checked myself several times on a couple of things that I think I would have spoken past a beginner's ears. But man, that was like it was just a winner all around. I think you score more points on the morning show than you do on After Dark. I think you've been holding back on After Dark.
Uppers.
Uppers, baby. Uppers.
Well, After Dark is, as much as I love our guests, After Dark is rigged in guest favor because they do most of the talking. It's a feel good game. It's
They
really
do.
the real competition. The guest is always the winner. The real competition is who's going to win between me or Evan when Evan controls the point
Right.
supply.
Everyone is competing against
And we
the
tied,
scoreboard.
which is gross.
Don't
All right.
come for me.
Would you guys want to rock, paper,
Um,
scissors real quick to see who won last night? Just one quick
Absolutely
rock, paper,
not.
scissors.
I think whoever's shorter needs the win. So
I don't know. I think the gods looked unfavorably upon your height.
Alex, I know you're
Therefore-
transitioning us, but let me just say, speaking of shorter, I also want to talk about older. And for people who missed it over on TikTok, we got our good friend Justin speculating on our ages, and I'd love to know how old you
Justin's
think
really
we are.
close. Justin's
He says
really close.
Will 33, Evan 36, and Alex 35. And I had to respond to this to say, Justin, man, I don't know if I should be honored that you think I'm the oldest, and I want to know, is it because I'm wise or just gray and wrinkly?
It's those crow's feet.
It's those listen, man. I've been working on that polish choice.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I need to get a little more sleep,
skin
but I'm
looks great.
hydrated.
Skin
But
looks great.
yeah, I'm getting wrinkles
Oh, I'm
and
getting them.
grays.
I'm getting them too, but this was like my face was this before I started. Oh, this is such a great plug, guys. We're gonna talk about my skincare routine. All right, before I started using retinol.
guys, I tried to make the show about crypto. I'm sorry.
About 2 or 3 times at
Sorry,
night,
bro.
and some Kiehl's moisturizer on top, and then about once a week some Paula's Choice, really clear up those pores. It's really, really nice. And then like a little moisturizer from Origin Tree that has sunscreen in it too. It's all great. I should tweet about this. I should get sponsored for skincare, but all the money would have to go to my girlfriend, because before that I was just, cleaning my face with the same thing I used to clean my balls. So,
Oh. Tell me why. And on that note, I'm going to tell you that I am in fact 33 years old. I will be 34 soon. Alex beat me to it. He is officially the oldest member of the Rise Up Morning Show crew, and Will is the baby.
I'm
It's just
32.
Baby.
It's
Barely.
literally 32, 33, 34.
Yeah, exactly. So we're like more bars and more places, and you were close. Alex,
bars
where did you
and
want to take us that
places.
was actually relevant?
Well, I was trying. So the point I was making just about Aave in general, with regards to like buying utility
So
cryptos,
sorry, we
because
rugged you so hard.
you really did. To talk about utility cryptos, because that's sort of the thing, right? Like if we're sick and tired of memes, we know that society and markets like this can be pendular. So it would make sense to hard pivot back to like raw utilitarian efforts and projects in like sort of a protest against the meme coin casino for all of the utility holders that are feeling disenfranchised. In order for that to happen, it's got to be trendy. So, a tone shift has to take place. But the one thing that I wanted to point out was just that, unfortunately, as it stands, a lot of these utility tokens are really not actually that utilitarian. They are attached to protocols and projects that are doing really good work, but the token itself often doesn't do very much for you, except maybe allow you to vote in governance, which could be great if you are into that, but most people don't really care.
Or speculate.
Or speculate. So often what happens is that, let's take Aave, for example. The Aave token does not have a tremendous amount. Like, I've used Aave for ages. I've never once encountered a need for me to own any Aave.
No, never.
Although
to be fair, I haven't used it much. I used Compound more than Aave, and I forget why I chose Compound over Aave. Way back in the day.
And did you ever run into a point where you like needed the Compound token?
Nope.
No.
I did buy some compounds though, because there was like some good APYs I could earn by know, lending it out at the time. That was it.
Yeah, and that's fair, because I do vividly remember, you know, like the first time that I encountered needing to purchase crypto for utilitarian purposes, it was gas. Of course, it needed to buy ETH, needed to buy Sol, needed to buy AVAX to pay for stuff as I was experimenting. Then needed a reason to stay in the ecosystem, so to keep using it. For me, that's exclusively ETH and Sol. But I also did purchase Uniswap specifically years ago because I wanted to learn about farming liquidity, and an ETH Uni pairing was like one of the better returns, of course, because it was their native token. And so used that and did that and farmed it. Ended up being a lot more maintenance than I really wanted to spend. I didn't have the time to sit there and keep rebalancing and worrying about impermanent loss and all of these different liquidity pool risks and stuff. I sort of think about that a lot when I look at like buying utility crypto. Like, okay, I get that the project is cool and doing good stuff, but like, why do I actually need the token? Or are we just speculating on the future success of this arguably good company? Which is valid. That's fine. Just you gotta be open to it. You don't have a ton of utility, you know, with your QNT, even if you think that Quant is an amazing project. You're not doing shit with Quant. You're just holding it and hoping. And, you know, I'm less confident in that, which is why I'm such a soul
Alex,
heavy.
Joe has a clarifying question here about this. So are you saying that you don't buy the Aave token to earn interest from Aave? What's the relationship between Aave tokens to earning interest on their platform?
Yeah, that's a good question. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can earn interest on Aave. And for example, like the way that I use it is arguably probably the most simple way. I just supply USDC for interest, and I earn APY. It's drip paid to me every single day. I'm sure, I actually don't know the rates off the top of my head, but I have no doubt that you can. Let's look. Let's find out right now.
And while you're pulling that up, let me just say, I think Will and Alex, both of you said this last night. It's not that we're bearish on altcoins. It's that altcoins aim to be businesses. A lot of them do, even if they're just businesses for speculation. And 90% of businesses fail. Mm-hmm. And these are startups. Yep. They are venture-backed businesses, so the rate is even higher. Of all the crypto tokens that have ever existed, I would go so far as to say, and I'm pretty sure we're probably close, 99% or more go to zero.
The stat is if you are a small business, 90% of small businesses fail and go bankrupt in the first 2 to 5 years of operation. And that's in the normal world. And in the normal business world, there's way more support and an understanding as to how to build up your business. Now take that same difficulty of running a business and most likely failing, and then add new groundbreaking technology on top of that, as well as a whole new type of economics, tokenomics, that you have to take into account in order to operate that new groundbreaking technology. And the odds of your business failing from 90% shoot up even higher, probably to about 98% chance of failure in the first 2 to 5 years. And also you put on top of that, the crypto space is still small in terms of the amount of people in it and like working in it. So like the workforce that you have available to potentially hire at an air quotes affordable rate is so infinitesimally small. That's not a word, but you know, it's so very small. So the odds of you actually being able to hire someone in who has the knowledge of how to take that combination and push it forward into the market successfully. I mean, those people just don't exist because they're already hired.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, shout out, we have like a rare percentage of successful entrepreneurs in our show audience. So shout out to you guys for being super enterprising and smart and lasting in business for many, many years. Many of you. I think that's killer.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, Alex, what are we looking at?
DeFi Llama's got no current yield on the actual Aave token, so I think it truly is just for governance.
That's interesting.
Let's see.
I would be willing to bet participation in governance, like regularly voting, could be a way that you earn those Aave tokens, though. I would be willing to guess. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not.
And this show is not sponsored by
not seeing any.
DeFiLlama.com, but it could be.
It should
We would
be.
take it. DeFi Llama, if you're unfamiliar with it, is one of the best dashboards to do crypto research that'll show you how much money is in a protocol or an entire blockchain ecosystem, a sum of all the money in all the protocols that people are putting to work doing things like borrowing and lending. And it'll also show you how many fees they generate, how many of those fee dollars convert to revenue, how many tweets they post. It's like super in depth, and you can compare all kinds of metrics to each other. Alex has got the tweet meter up so you can see how their number of tweets compares to their TVL over time. It looks like they're not terribly correlated.
No, not really.
And
Which
it's interesting,
honestly,
they tend to be more active in times of lower TVL, and maybe that's just because our space has, matured. But
that's a good sign for the record.
It is a good sign. It's very
I'd have to look. I don't think you can currently earn any yield on Aave with the actual token. So yeah, governance, like we said. But I want to clarify because there was a couple comments that looked a little bit confused. Maybe I'm not saying that Solana is the only utility coin. Using it as an example just because it's the network that I use. But in general, right now, really the only cryptocurrencies that have hard utility are the ones that you are using to pay for gas, to do things in an ecosystem where there are people and apps and things that you can do. So just, keep that in mind. This is why, whenever we're talking about some other layer 1 or layer 2 Algorand.
Yeah. I was about to say, I was muted. I was like, things that are used in a big way. Ethereum, value.
Yeah.
Solana, value. Avalanche, value. Sui, gaining more and more value as of recently. You need the token to do the stuff on the thing. Value.
So, and ultimately, like when you really want to dig into it and see this, tools like DeFi Llama can be really good there because you can track dApp development, how many users there are, how much money is flowing in or out of the ecosystem, and that can sort of help. So if you have a cryptocurrency that is a layer 1, some blockchain that you really like, whether it's Polkadot, Cosmos, Cardano, Multiverse X, it doesn't matter. You can go and check how much money is there, how much money is leaving, how much money is inflowing, being bridged over there, how many people are there using it every day to transact or to send money to and from each other or to participate in different apps or whatever kind of DeFi is in that ecosystem. And if the answer is barely any, that is what ultimately informs the potential of that ecosystem. You can have
absolutely die on this hill.
I will. You can have the goodest tech and no users, and it couldn't matter less.
Alex, I just answered somebody about Polkadot and Cosmos in the chat, and this is exactly what I was thinking. If you looked those tokens up on DeFi Llama, you would find that not only is their TVL low compared to everybody else, but they are decreasing over time. And honestly, the other important metrics are decreasing too. Like they just don't have a lot of apps that are attracting users to the network, and that's what matters.
To be fair with Polkadot, its TVL isn't measured correctly on DeFi Llama because they have all of the parachains, right? I don't think all of the different parachains on Polkadot are connected to the DeFi Llama API.
Interesting.
So there are some examples. So DeFi Llama is a free site, right? I think they just make money off of sponsorships on the website or something, or maybe some philanthropy. I'm not quite sure how they have enough money to support it, but
I don't know either.
However they do, they're doing a great job. They keep making it better and better. So keep that money flowing, I suppose. But it's also not perfect, right? Sometimes the API doesn't connect properly to a project and they have to go and fix the API. And sometimes based on the infrastructure of the blockchain, Polkadot's a great example, you can't really get an accurate measure of TVL or the total amount of money being, brought and used in the blockchain ecosystem.
There you go, Will.
I also think it does a really bad job with picking up TVL and ICP too.
It does.
And XRP, I think.
And XLM. There are disconnects in all of those because it's on the projects to report fully. And if they don't want to connect everything or report everything or show everything, then TVL is incorrect. So I know for a fact that XRP and XLM's TVLs on DeFi Llama are also underreported. But there you go, Will. Here's the answer. Why should you donate to DeFi Llama? Because it's an open source project that runs 0 ads and provides all data for free. They have no revenue and are supported exclusively by donations.
I would like to support them by having them on the show.
No, for sure. And they do have affiliate links down here. So if you want to support DeFi Llama, you can look and see if you use any of these things and, use their link. So
honestly, I feel like we should put some of those. I'm looking for more affiliate links for us to help the audience. But honestly, I would do DeFi Llama a solid, and just wherever they have links we don't, I would post that because we love them. Update from GPT is, according to cryptoslate.com, as of the first quarter of 2025, the TVL, or total value locked, across Polkadot's parachains was reported to be over $440 million, which is not to be shaken a stick at. And that is a surge in TVL over like 2024. So might have to look again and reconsider. That's really interesting. I also want to quickly address the folks in the comments who may be having trouble. We're talking about Discord. I can't get in. I can't get verified. I need some help. Would love for you to know, first of all, that we have a free Discord community. It's discord.gg/riseup. I'm going to make sure the links are on the screen everywhere in just a second. And if you have trouble joining, I want you to first check out the riseupmorningshow.com. It's got a link to a tutorial video to join. If you're here on TikTok, you can tap my face and go to my profile. At the very top, I've got a couple of videos pinned. They always stay there no matter how many videos I post. And one of them is a step-by-step tutorial with screenshots for how you can join our Discord server and verify. And then the bonus resource is that Alex and I did a walkthrough video on YouTube. If you search Rise Up Discord, you will find a short walkthrough that teaches you not only how to use the Discord app, but does so by walking you through our specific server, so that even if you're using the app for the very first time, you can get in and start talking to other people in the community confidently. And if you can't do it, you can send us a little help ticket. We have it in our Discord where once you get there, if you don't see anything else, you'll see support. And that takes you directly to us and our very friendly, very helpful moderators. The Discord has everything. It's totally free to join. The only thing missing is you. Alex, what you looking at over here?
Oh, hey guys, I have to rug Alex because I gotta go. I'm just getting pulled into some things that I have to address in the business world. Business.
Do you have time for a final thought?
Numbers.
Thanks, Will.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I don't know. Buy Bitcoin. Go buy Bitcoin. Do it.
Damn it.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye. All right. So, Evan.
Yeah.
Let's hit a couple things. So, like you said, if you're having any trouble with Discord and you are just struggling to verify or do whatever, there is a channel called support. You can open a ticket and just say you're lost and we'll help you. That's the best place to do it.
And if you're also so lost that you can't even find that, I will say that's the one time it's really okay to send one of us a DM. I will watch out for it. Otherwise, don't message us, please.
Don't DM me.
We will lose that message. And we will probably not respond, and we really want to help you. And that might be a good time, Alex, to say that we don't have any other accounts. We will never DM you. That's an impersonator. It's a scammer. It's an imposter. Any creator who appears to be DMing you is a scammer. It's not legitimate. And we won't DM you because we don't want you to get confused. Is it really us? If you want to talk to us, you got to DM us, but don't DM us unless you can't get into the Discord.
Yeah. And then be patient, because my Discord or my DMs here on TikTok and Twitter and Discord are nightmares.
Yeah, same.
They're awful. Okay, so Alan said it kind of sounds like we're just crapping on altcoins. I think that it's worth pointing out, it's not about crapping on altcoins. It's about the fact that most people who talk to you about altcoins are not being objective. They're incredibly biased, and they're presenting you with a perma bull case for a bunch of nonsense, and that's just not helpful. So whenever you listen to someone who is looking at these things objectively and like is open to being critical about something in the industry that they're super into, it comes across as just like being, it's why everyone thinks that we hate every altcoin or that we hate XRP, because I'm not a maximalist. I don't hate XRP. I don't even dislike it. I'm personally not that interested in it, but I'm rooting for the holders every single day, and I have a lot of respect for Ripple as a company, and I'd go out to dinner with the team and pick their brain. I'm sure
totally.
They're brilliant people. And every time that I see XRP pump, I'm happy, because no one deserves a pump more than XRP holders. And I hope you take profit. I will talk shit about the number of conspiracy theories that plague that community. I don't know, like pick any altcoin and I can tell you something bad about it. And that's not being critical or being like just shitting on them for the sake of it. It's just being objective. If you can't recognize the problems with these things, then that's who loses money. People who think that it's all sunshine and rainbows for every single cryptocurrency, and then they pick their favorite one, and then they hitch their horse to that wagon and they ride it straight off a cliff. I have seen more people lose money in crypto than I've seen make money. The people who are making money have it figured out, and they don't need my help as much as people who are repeatedly trying to figure out why they keep losing money on this stuff. So presenting the objective critical side of all of these things is way more valuable and useful than me telling you that, oh yeah, Quant, the overledger, 100 billion, easy. It's like, no. It's a trendy token that caught a wave a couple years ago and is now struggling to maintain relevance and still has a bunch of bag holders underwater that want to see it go up. Objective truth.
And also has a lot of money. That can be said for many
tokens.
Has
a lot of money.
Cardano is that way. Someone asked me the other day, what do you think about Cardano? Will you do a video on it? I said, I don't need to do a video on it. I will tell you what I think about it. It launched early. There wasn't much competition. They raised a lot of money, and now they have a lot of runway. They're working on really big things, and they can work on them for a long time, but there's more competition than ever. And there are some killer apps and use cases for crypto, most of which don't live on the Cardano network. And, you know, take your pick there. You could say that about, like Alex said, most altcoins. That's what I'm waiting for. If they have runway, if they can survive through the bear market and build something great, it could totally turn around for them. It turned around for Solana. We were talking about it last night, but it's not something I hold my breath for, Alex. And, you know, we because we're not maximalists, if we see it coming, that's how we did well in Solana anyway. We weren't Amy, which, by the way, go check out the playlist on YouTube, the Rise Up After Dark playlist, because Amy was an incredible guest. We talked up and down all about Solana beyond the memes. But, you know, I don't think we caught Sol at $8. I certainly didn't. Thought about it, but mostly I was like, I want to see more proof in the pudding. And then they started to do cool stuff. And we were paying attention, and we changed our minds. We were like, let's buy this thing
the whole time. And yeah, I caught it at 40 because I was like, okay, you know,
we previously were very critical of like the performance issues that they had, the quality of the kind of thing on the ecosystem. And then we changed our minds. Then we bought it.
Yeah, I was pretty opposed for a long time. It was not like an overnight flip too. And this is evidenced in, you know, like going back and I don't recommend doing this, but you're more than welcome to. Auditing like, you know, old videos and previous live streams and stuff like that. You can see like over the course of about 18 months, you know, opinion changing.
Yeah.
And I've gone the other way too. I was a huge Cardano fan, and then I just kind of got repeatedly disappointed by like thing after thing after thing. It all started with the Sunday Swap airdrop and the release of the Lace wallet. Polkadot. I held DOT for ages. I used that god awful JS wallet experience that was truly horrendous. and allocated DOT in parachain auctions, multiple parachain auctions. Appreciate a whole bunch of stuff about the way that they build and work and their tool set for developers. My father has used Substrate for stuff. Whole bunch of stuff can be objectively true, and then ultimately like something influences you to change your mind about it. That's really the secret to not getting like super hosed by keeping something for way longer than you should. Like if your mind is not open to being changed when you're presented with new information about something you're investing in, you are walking yourself closer and closer to a cliff.
Yeah, very well said. And I would simply, the thought is flying out of my head actively. I'll answer another question. Somebody asked about DeFi farming. If you're interested in learning more about DeFi like Aave that Alex mentioned, I have a couple of good resources for you. There is right now in our Discord a thread called Lending on Aave that talks about the risks. It's got a tutorial that will show you the step-by-step process. One of my favorite sources for tutorials in crypto is a YouTube account called MoneyZG or ZG for our friends in Canada. If you search for a crypto tutorial, like how do I transfer funds from Coinbase to Coinbase Wallet, I bet the first person who comes up is this guy, MoneyZG. His name is James. White guy. He's got a forward-looking cap and he's got an English accent. And he's great, concise, thorough, helpful. He absolutely will have tutorials on it. And the other resource I recommend is at our website right now, theriseupmorningshow.com. You can get the How to DeFi course recording. It's a 2-hour seminar that walks you through like the risks of DeFi, how to earn passive yield on your crypto, and some protocols you might look into to start. It's thorough, and it's $15, as low as $6 for premium members. So the real rub is go sign up for a membership, get entered to win a giveaway, a merch giveaway, and do it before the price goes up, and then get all the courses for like $6 each. We've got a Web3 101 course that'll walk you through how to set up your first wallet. We've got a common scams and schemes to avoid. We got the DeFi course, Will's technical analysis course. If you loved what Will did with the charts, you can get the technical analysis course at theriseupmorningshow.com in the courses tab. Courses and digital downloads. We got all kinds of stuff there. But you absolutely don't have to buy a thing to join the Discord, start asking questions, get connected with a tutorial like that for free. So lots of options. And I still can't remember what the hell I was going to say, Alex. I just know it was good.
That's all right. Is impermanent loss in that first DeFi?
How to DeFi? Yep.
Yeah, impermanent loss is in there. Okay. So it's a little bit more of a level 2 thing. You don't need to worry about impermanent loss if you're just like supplying for collateral or just trying to stake something to earn a little bit of yield on something. Impermanent loss comes into effect when you are providing liquidity and you need to balance 2 different volatile assets or one volatile asset against a stablecoin, and you have to deal with the fact that the price of that asset can change. Basically just means it's a term to describe the risk that you take when you put tokens that can change price into a liquidity pool. Because when you provide liquidity, you have to provide it in 2 things. So let's say that you wanted to provide liquidity for Uni on Uniswap.
Can we actually take one step backwards first just to say a liquidity pool actually fulfills the service of allowing people to have a marketplace that is open 24/7 and mediated by a computer, not like a banker that you have to pay or feed or give a holiday break, that makes it possible for you to turn one kind of crypto into another. And there are many of them. Pools for every kind of swap you can imagine. Bitcoin for ETH, no problem. USDC for USDT, no problem. Weird meme coins for USDC, no problem. And the fees you pay during the swap go to the people who provide the liquidity. Sorry, Alex.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No. That needed to be said. So, when you go to provide liquidity, you have to provide it with 2 different currencies. Whatever is the currency swap, the pair in the pool that you're looking at. So if you're looking at providing liquidity for Uni on Uniswap, you need to pick what is the other part that you would like to provide liquidity on. So you could do Uni against USDC because that is a pool, swapping Uni for USDC or USDC for Uni, or ETH, and I'm sure there are others. So if you picked, Uni and USDC, let's say, and the price of Uni goes up and down, when you go to provide that liquidity originally, you would need to do a matched amount. So you'd have to put in $100 worth of each of those things. It has to be balanced. As people buy and sell and trade in and out of those pools, those supplies can fluctuate. As the price of Uniswap goes up and down, the ratio required to keep the even balance of USDC and Uni equal also fluctuates. And so you have to rebalance those pools, or if you don't, you can suffer what is known as impermanent loss. And it's called impermanent because it's not like realized until you would go to withdraw from those pools. So, you know, let's say you supply both of those things, and then there's a massive run and people are just buying, and your pool gets unbalanced because a ton of people are pouring way more USDC in and they're pulling way more Uni out. And now it's hard for you to go withdraw because perhaps the Uni that you supplied to that pool in the first place is now no longer there and has been replaced by more USDC. If you were to try to cut losses and run at that point, you could suffer your impermanent loss could become permanent loss. So that's kind of the risk of providing liquidity. It's a big topic. I encourage you to do some, you know, this is not, I would not go from like zero to DeFi or zero to liquidity providing in your DeFi journey. I would start somewhere else first. But impermanent loss to permanent loss is important.
And it's a good tool to learn. And actually, Alex, I think it's on my list to teach or just record another How to DeFi class, because even in the last couple of months, I have gained a lot more acumen in terms of like breaking these things down even simpler, because people have said to me, you know, when you said it this way, oh, nice dragon, man. I wish everybody else on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter could see Alex just had a huge dragon on his head from TikTok gifts. I wish we had that on other platforms just for the fun of it. I wish it didn't cost anything, but you could just put a dragon on our heads.
For real.
I would love that. Somebody work on that. But I want to record it again because things like impermanent loss are tough. Liquidity provision is difficult to understand, but we want to help you make it simple. I had a coaching session the other day where we were talking about how to capitalize on volatility and impermanent loss so that in a pool with Solana tokens and USDC, where we expect Solana to go up in price, like how we could adjust our range in order to effectively like DCA SOL when it went down and make sure that we didn't lose too much SOL too early as it went up so we could still take profits. But this is basically, you got to remember, you are able to be a bank. And this is like the job that banks do. Maybe you are an artist at heart or a poet, and you don't want to spend all day analyzing numbers and thinking about which direction the money is moving, and that just makes you cry. So for you, maybe you just want like a higher yield savings account that you can kind of set and forget and passively manage. That is available too. Don't worry, the rabbit hole is as shallow or as deep as you want it to go. And for some people, that means you'll just learn a little bit about this stuff and you won't touch it until many, many, many years from now. We're all using, you know, stable coins and CBDCs, and I don't know, every collectible you buy comes with an NFT. And then you'll say, man, I remember when I used to watch those guys on the Rise Up morning show and I thought they were nuts, but look at them now. Now I really know they're nuts.
And that's just bullshit.
So, Alex, it's about time to ride our dogs and ponies off into the sunset for the weekend. What is the final thought? Last question. Good suggestions, jokes, words of wisdom, complaints, et cetera, that you got for us today.
I think just keeping with the theme of constantly being misunderstood as a hater of all things altcoin or all things crypto. If you're watching someone who can't tell you 5 bad things about the crypto that they're shilling to you, don't listen to them anymore. They have nothing to offer you.
The loudest voices are not necessarily the most helpful. And if it seems like someone is trying to sell you something, they probably are. Those people are not your teachers.
I will also say, just because this always happens, you'll notice that I do this on purpose. This is a calculated tactic on my part. I warn people against lots of different types of content creators and influencers. I warn you that if you see this, you should stop listening to them. You should not follow this person. If you see this, you should block this person. You know, whatever it is. I rarely name names. I prefer it when people hear what I say and then realize that someone that they have like bought things off of before or whatever, like fit that description. And then people always yell at me for talking poorly about their favorite influencer. I didn't name the name. You drew the line. So if I said something and it upset you because it immediately made you think of your favorite influencer, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I will, however, continue to talk shit about Sage because he's a grifting piece of shit. Stop listening to that person.
I will.
Yeah, he's not there to help you at all.
No, and he's got this new trend where he just like gathers a bunch of other like little baby grifters, his like little grifting grubby minions, and they all like go out to dinner and just like grift together. I guess the big happy family that grifts together stays together. But it's wild, dude.
Hey man, that Applebee's 2 for $20 makes it easy.
Oh man, yeah, especially when you're lying about how many millions of dollars you ape into everything all the time. It's like, hey, just for the record, it's really easy to fake a phantom wallet balance. It's really
and followers.
easy.
Honestly, just because somebody has a large following does not mean they are someone worth following. You know who one of my favorite accounts is, and I smile every time I see him on the timeline, and he's growing, but he's not, you know, a whale of followers, is Antoine, our friend investor Antoine. He is clear, he's concise, he's helpful. I don't know who else is coming up. Syed, I hope to have him on the show I hope to have all these people on the show sometime soon. Even Casey doesn't have a huge following, and she is like, you know, obviously she's one of our favorites here. We love Casey.
Casey just doesn't create content consistently enough. When she does, it's really good, but then she disappears, you know, as she travels a ton. And
right. People think she's eloped.
Yep.
Or something, you know, they think she's left crypto. People come and go so quickly here. Well, speaking of come and go quickly, that's it. That's our time for this week. We are going to be back next Monday, same time, same place, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Here's your last chance. Hop in the Rise Up Discord server. Use the link on screen. If you need help, then check out the tutorial at the top of my profile or at theriseupmorningshow.com. And do check out everything over there at theriseupmorningshow.com. The membership trials are free. The classes are fruitful. All that's missing is you. And don't forget, we're going to give away some merch to people who sign up for a membership before the price increases go live. We would love to see you in the community, whether or not you become a paid member. But the people who are paid members make everything we do so much easier in terms of helping you, wherever you are, get access to quality crypto education. So thank you for being the best part of what we do. Alex, man, you killed it this week, I got to say. Will, wherever you are, you killed it too. Thank you to our guest, Amy, from yesterday's After Dark special. And thanks to everybody who tuned in, my friends. Wherever you are, whenever you listen, it's always a good time to rise up. Until next time, my friends, stay safe, be well, everybody.